Okay, so this is part two to God's blueprint never change. Okay, so just give you a little bit of background. I've always had questions um, when it came to spirituality um, versus religion, right? Now, to me, there's two totally different things. Spirituality teaches you that everything starts within first. Okay. So if you don't like yourself or love yourself first, how can you love or like the creator? So you have to deal with the foundation that is you first. Okay. You have to deal with all of this within before you can express it outwardly. Right. And so, but religion to me teaches you that outside of yourself, right? So there's a code or a doctrine that you follow to get you to set place, but it's always outside of you first, okay? And that's the way I always saw it when it came to spirituality versus religion, okay? So I think it's so important for you to deal with the inside of you, the foundational you first before you start to understand anything else, especially when it comes to your spirituality. So for me, just that at the beginning gave me pause whenever I was made to go to church. Okay, and I'm saying even as a little girl. Okay, I always had some questions, or it was more probably more like my intuition. I had some questions at that age. I didn't understand why, but it was there. I couldn't deny it. So as I got older, much older, I started researching. I had more questions. Um, you know, but I was made to go to church, and my parents meant well. That's no problem there. Their heart was in the right place, and thank goodness when we got of a certain age, they didn't have a dogmatic mindset about us going to church. They was like, hey, you guys 18 and older, your choice is yours on what path you take. So kudos to them on that. So as I got older, I started to uh, kind of do a deep dive and look deeper and deeper into spirituality, a little, not as much religion, mostly spirituality things, um, that give you a better understanding of you and your connection to the creator, right? Now, one of the first place you want to start is where else? The creator's creation. So the universe, suns, moons, planets, atoms, um, organisms here on the planet, but most importantly, um, living things, us, trees, plants, hmm? um, animals, marine life, fungi. We have something in common, and it's four building blocks, our four basic building blocks, our DNA. Okay, we have that in common. And the creator created that. That is perfection. When you know the past, the present, and the future simultaneously, you don't make mistakes. Everything that you design and everything that you make is perfection. And when I say you, I am talking about the creator, the heavenly hosts, okay, the universe, however respectfully you want to label the creator, right? And so that takes me to something that I also been thinking about when it comes to the Bible and when it comes to what I see out in the Creator's design. Okay. Now, indigenous women, some of the things, or one of the things they used to do when they wanted to um, exterminate a pregnancy, they would go out in nature, they will pick a flower or a plant. They would cleanse it, they would dry it out, filter it, make a tea, and they will drink it, and they will end the pregnancy. Now, I got to thinking, the creator don't make mistakes. The universe don't make mistakes. So why would you put a flower, a plant, or design one and put it in nature and then turn around in the Bible and say that it is wrong to do certain things? Okay. Now, we're on YouTube, so there's certain words I can't say, but it starts with the A and is abortion. Okay. So, how can you say that's a sin, but you put plants and flowers designed in nature to be used for that express thing? Now, it's not the creator that's the problem here. I now have to question some things that's been put before me or told me that was wrong. So who's lying? Is it man, human? Or are you trying to tell me the creator is? And I know better than that, right? So it's not the creator that I'm questioning, because I know what some people may be thinking. Are you questioning God? Are you questioning the Bible? Actually, I am questioning the Bible. I'm going to be bold enough and say I am. And I think you should too. Because the Christian Bible comes from the Hebrew Bible. And where does the Hebrew Bible come from? Ancient texts. And these ancient texts had to be translated. Okay? Because back then, during Paleo Hebrew or ancient Hebrew times, scribes were writing down what they were seeing. It was not the creator in their ear saying, write this down, put this down. They were like authors writing what they were witnessing, okay? And that was in ancient Hebrew. Today they use mostly modern Hebrew, okay? So a lot of that had to be translated, and there were some mistranslations. Now, I'm not blaming these men because I think they did a very good job. I think to do what they did took a lot, So it's not them that I'm saying they did something wrong. I'm saying we're humans and we make mistakes. The creator don't, but we do. Okay. So when I say I'm not questioning the creator, I'm questioning the translations from Hebrew to English. So I'm questioning the translation. I'm not questioning God. Okay. And so when you look at the Bible and it says, or someone tells you or teach you or preach to you and tell you that it is a sin to exterminate certain things, like the indigenous women did, well, the creator put those flowers and plants in nature so that they can do that. So how is it a sin? It's not the creator that's lying. We may want to kind of really do some thinking and look at things a little deeper here. Okay. Now, of course, there are other plants and things in nature that you don't want to take. And I hope we are smart enough to know not to eat certain things that may cause us to become poisoned or sick or anything like that. At least not consciously. We know not to do that. And I understand there are things in nature that are made that we are not to take, but we know not to do that. Okay? We know not to do that. But these people had it back then. These indigenous people had the knowledge passed down to them. So they knew exactly what they were doing. They understood why those plants and those flowers was out there for them to take. So you can't say that they were wrong when the creator put that there for them to use. So things like that is what got me to thinking and to questioning and taking a different route when it came to research and spirituality, especially when it came to me.